All right, are you ready to do this?
Yeah, it's so good we're doing it twice.
It's what happens when YouTube screws with you. All right, so we're in the parking lot. Now two dudes are about to jump in the back seat of a truck. People looking at us.
Oh my gosh, yeah, that made the coffee girl laugh.
All right, you first. It's a little windy out here.
Step. All right.
Hurry up! It's windy.
It's a lifted truck too.
It's a big truck. That's what happens. You're driving a police cruiser. Hey everybody, Economic Ninja here. I hope you're doing well. If you don't know who this mullet is right here, it's taken on a life of its own.
It has, yep, yeah.
This is Dylon.
I get stopped for this hairstyle all the time.
By dudes.
Yeah, there's a TSA agent give me a fist bump. He was like, I F with that.
That's so sweet. All right, we got a lot of XRP crypto news. We got a lot of stuff to tell you, a lot of bad stuff, and it's not bad for us. We're super excited. I love it when prices are going down, but a lot of people don't like it when prices go down.
No, they don't. They don't like seeing red.
No. Okay, so let's do this. Let's just get with the XRP news right away. If you own XRP, do me a favor, type it down in the chat. Let's get this news algo fired up. This is actually incredible news. And the news is that Brazil has received historical approval as block scale launchpad unlocks asset tokenizations and opportunities for the XRP ledger. It says here on February 20th, Brazil's Security and Exchange Commission authorized Hashdex NASDAQ XRP Index Fund, marking a global first for a spot XRP ETF. Look it, Brazil has already jumped ahead of the US. We are losing right now the cryptocurrency race. What do you guys think about this? Or what do you think about it?
I mean,
Dylon?
I have some friends from Brazil, and they are like just rushing to try and buy XRP. Like, it is on their minds. And I think that's a really positive sign. It just shows that like this stuff is spreading, and it's spreading globally.
Yeah, and the sad thing is because the Biden administration, working, no joke, for other governments, I believe the Chinese government, trying to keep this suppressed while they go and push out all of their crypto projects. And we see right now we've lost. XRP's ETF is now in the hands of Brazil. I hope the US hurries up, and it will boost the price. But it's not crazy. It's not doing anything for the price here.
Yeah, but it's not necessarily a bad thing.
No. And there was a couple other projects we're going to talk about in a second that I've invested in, you've invested in. And I was really hoping for it to come down to a specific level because I was going to double my position. And the company came out with stupid, incredible news.
Yeah, we saw that, and the price pumped. That seems how it always happens.
Yeah, and payday for us is what, in a week. So
yeah, look,
next week we're flying. We're going to be going all over the country here pretty soon, and probably all over the world in the next 6 months, talking to blockchain development teams, AI specialists. Actually, we got one at my place right now. We're working on a project with AI, and it's scary how fast this is happening.
In just less than a year, like it went from being not functional to you have to learn this and have to know this right now if you want to survive in business.
Yeah. So talking about XRP, think about this. It says right here, this ETF. This fund will be listed on Brazil's B3 stock exchange. While the official trading date is yet to be announced, Hashdex has confirmed the approval and plans to provide further details soon. Well, two things are happening right now with, what's it called? Here, hold on. Kevin, let me see what he said. Oh, here we go. Hey, everybody, say goodbye to Tommy. Tommy's banned. And he's, this is actually great. All he said was this channel's gotten really bad. Yeah, bad for people that don't like making money. I'm not joking. This is crazy because I get this comment a lot. This has turned into a crypto-only channel. I'm like, well, I'm really big on cycles, right? I've taught that ever since I started, 3.5, 4 years ago. And we got to make money now. Rich people, they know how to pivot, and they know how to take advantage of opportunities. Poor people, they don't understand poor opportunities. They wouldn't know it if it fell out of the sky, landed in their lap, and started to wiggle. And this is the opportunity right now. How have you been doing with your portfolio?
I mean, as a whole, great.
Yeah.
The past few weeks, like things aren't shooting up, going crazy, but that's okay. It's giving me more time to buy, get positions, do my research, and figure out that long-term strategy. And like that happens. It's not up all the time. In fact, if it's like that, it's scary because you know a big crash is coming.
Exactly. And the thing is right now, it sucks because we're out of cash. We need more cash.
Yeah, well, I think that's for a lot of people because people get paid on like the second week of the month and the first of the month.
Yeah.
And that's a real dynamic that happens.
Yeah. And so the thing is I've told you, you've got about a 3 to 6 month window at best for this altcoin run. And most of majority of your wealth in this altcoin run will be made in the next 90 days. And then it'll still trail up a little bit, but the big percentages are made when you buy super low, right? A lot of these projects I told you about for free. And then my students from now on, I'm not talking about any of those projects unless months go by, all of that is settled down and a prominent news source comes out. And then I'm just going to tell people on the channel, my students are already up X amount %.
Yeah.
Because of that.
Yeah. Especially on the last few projects we showed them. They've had great entry points and there's been time for the project to come down. And then now they went back up as well. So there's always opportunities.
Yeah. And real quick, I'm going to throw a shout out because we have people in their 70s right now taking the Bitcoin 101 accelerator. And they have not only purchased their first crypto on exchanges, but they've also learned how to put it on their own hardware device. Your age is not an excuse. No. All right. Your lack of tech knowledge is not an excuse. We built that course. There's a sale link down below. Yeah. What was the other one? The Solana meme course. Yep. You know, a lot of people tell them about the memes and what's going on with the memes.
Yeah, so when we created that course, it was meme mania. And the whole idea is people kept asking about memes. And I wanted to create a course to give people guidance and basically expose how risky these things are. Like you're very much just gambling for these projects. And the big message of that course was, hey, like if you do this, you're probably going to lose all your money. But the hidden thing in that is that meme course actually teaches you some of the fundamentals of DeFi. Yep. You know, getting stuff on an exchange, moving it, creating a DeFi wallet, moving the funds to a DeFi wallet, using a swap, right? And doing that all safely and securely. So that's why we call it our mini DeFi course.
Yeah, and you get to learn how these decentralized exchanges, you know, learning how to use a DEX as opposed to sex. CEX, centralized exchange.
We're in the back of a truck. Come on now.
the baristas are looking at us like they every day they're like, what are you gonna do today? And I'm like, go make a YouTube channel. Where? In my truck. Where? Right there. Like the coffee shop is like 20 feet away. Okay, so okay, meme coins. There are meme coins with use cases. I talked about Bad AI. Me and Dylan own a pretty good chunk of Bad AI, and we can't sell it. And we're not worried about the drop right now. We're going to meet with some of the team actually next week. Yeah, it actually has a use case. There's a meme coin that people have to buy, and they use or they buy the AI bot Sarah to do work for them, and then that gets converted to Bad AI meme coins, and they're burned. Yeah, that's utility. Yep. But most people don't understand utility and how these things work. There's some projects we can't talk about for quite some time that we own that I can't wait to run full nodes and magic internet money just drops into a wallet.
Yeah. Yeah. That's pretty incredible. You just buy some hardware, you plug it in and it makes money for you.
Yeah. I can't talk a lot about this, but there are companies that are developing, and this isn't a new idea, but they're building these devices like a Raspberry Pi, a set-top box, and it's like a mini computer, right? Without a monitor, and you plug it in, you attach your wallet to it, an empty wallet. And because it's using your internet, your power, similar to mining, just on a very basic scale, it pays you. And you're upholding a massive mesh network around the world for this company, and you're getting paid. So instead of, I can't say anymore, it'll give it away, it's an incredible opportunity. And we're working directly with these teams to roll these pieces of hardware out. So I'm super excited about this because this is bigger than what I did with Theta. And a lot of people, here, type Theta if you own Theta. You know, years ago, I was one of the largest holders in the world, and I tried getting a handful of people before I ever had a YouTube channel together to form a company to run some big nodes for that company so I could sit with Sony and Samsung. And this is what I did in cryptocurrency and blockchain tech, and this is what got me excited. But, you know, hey, Theta's stuff's just not moving fast enough. And most people don't know these are like Silicon Valley-based companies in the same model and how long it takes for them to build up their tech and go big. But that doesn't worry me. I've also owned Apple when it was super cheap, and I've owned Amazon shares and all that stuff. No, actually, I didn't own Amazon. Anyway, let's get to the other big stories. Yep. This is what really bums me out because I wanted to double my position in this one crypto. I've told you guys about it. And I was about to pull the trigger on Tuesday. It looked like the price was regressing. Oh, wait, real quick before we, it's about Block V. But tell them about the person, because there's a lot of crazy stuff going on X. On my channel. And you said somebody was really upset because I didn't pump their bags.
Oh yeah, someone got in and they posted this, and so Thank you for posting and sharing. They got in, they bought a bunch, right? They're new and they bought a bunch, hoping that the ninja would talk about the project and pump their bags. And he didn't. And now their bags are down. And the greatest thing ever was in the comments. Like one of the first comments was from you guys, right? It was like, that's exactly what he tells us not to do.
Exactly. Yeah, like buy on weakness, right? If the price pumps up, I'm only investing in solid companies that I perceive as solid, that Dylan perceives. We've got a whole team of people behind the network, the cameras, researching and stuff like that. As a matter of fact, we got to throw Jay, we got to give him a call.
Yeah.
But he, we got people researching this stuff and we're investing in real companies. I don't want to pump anything. I want to own majorities of these networks.
Yeah.
That's what we're really trying to do. I'm not joking. So when all these people like, what is it? Cardone comes out and says, I've sold all my XRP and it's 80 grand. That ain't nothing. That ain't nothing. And you know what? The dude that's bragging about his wealth and all these people flying around in private jets, I'm just going to tell you, the dude that's sitting in the back of a car is, like I told you a long time ago, there's truths about the ninja eventually that'll come out. Hey, let's talk about Block V. All right, so Block V is, in my opinion, an epic move. And I'm bummed because it's already made its move. And I'd stay quiet about this, but Dylan showed me the news that they just put out, and it's gonna run. I wouldn't buy it today if it's running. If I were you guys, that'd be stupid. But I don't think it's gonna come down. I was waiting for it to come down to 2 pennies.
Yeah,
and I was gonna double my position. Nice. It's not going to now. So a couple things. Block V dashboard. They're coming out. They're telling the public what's going on. It says it's your all-in-one hub for on-chain tracking of smart NFT adoption. This is not pictures of Bored Apes. These are tracking tokens. I'm keeping this very simple so all the tech guys know what I'm talking about. But tech guys understand I'm keeping this simple for everyone else. These are not Bored Ape photos. These are smart NFTs. Think about tracking tokens for financial institutions. Okay. It says here, this adoption is going to be on V usage for wallets and more. Remember, they have been setting up wallets for companies like Visa, and they're a big deal, right? There's another story you wanted me to share about this. Which one was it? This is, you pull out the one from the founder, and then I'm going to go ahead and talk about that.
Let me pull out the one from the founder. It just disappeared.
Well, as you're doing that, real quick, a few months ago, okay, go.
All right, so this is from one of the co-founders of the project, at least according to his X handle. And he says, looking forward to showcasing the full power of the protocol in the coming weeks. We'll be giving everyone a look under the hood at what we believe is the best technology in the space. Ease of use, composability of assets, L1, L2 agnostic, and speed to market, all battle tested and deployed by some of the biggest organizations in the world. Now, I think there's an important point here. People want projects to go up right away.
Yeah. Because they're thinking small.
Yeah, and they're thinking too short term.
Yeah. So, real quick, silver investors don't think like that. Matter of fact, do me a favor. Type silver if you own silver. And I want to speak to this because right now, silver investors are playing a super long game. They are buying more and more, and they're stacking, and they've got this mentality of stacking and stacking. The XRP army also has this. We're buying. We know what's going to come because we understand the tech. We understand the agreements, all that kind of stuff, just like silver buyers, right? But people that are new to this space, they just want to put $20 or 2,000, or some people are putting in a couple $100,000.
Yeah.
And they've made 7 figures on these picks in the last, we know this personally. In this space, they just want to pump these bags, and they don't understand, hold up, the move is coming in a couple of months. You need to own as much of some of these as possible.
Yeah, because there's short-term moves and there's long-term moves. Yep. And you always need to be thinking about this type of stuff when you're looking at these assets. Hey, is it short-term, long-term, medium-term? And where does your strategy fit in with that? And that's stuff all we teach in the course.
Samo says he's broke. It's because you have a broke mindset, because you just said it out loud, Samo. That's the best advice I can give you right now. Stop talking about how broke you are. Look at the $5 you got in your pocket and say, I'm rich, and you're wealthy at your level right now. All right? End of story. And if you don't start talking cleaner and more positive, leave the channel. Here, real quick. Sorry. I gotta check this. Can everyone say thank you so much to the moderators? All right, watch this. People watch. No, that's not too bad. All right, cool. All right, sweet. All right, so Block V. A few months ago, Block V introduced Labs, a community initiative to implement Web3 OS across innovative new use cases. It says now the team is getting into the final stages of introducing solutions to clients across real world assets. Just so you guys know, the only reason they're saying that online right now is because they've already done it. All right. They're about to release and give you a glimpse of their dashboard and how powerful it is. I wish I would have been able to buy more, but I moved the market too much when I was buying, you were buying.
Yeah.
Because this is the thing when it comes to Block V, and all our students had time to buy it, lots of time, right? Yep. It's not on a centralized exchange. So it moves. When it gets onto a centralized exchange, what's it going to do?
It's likely just going to pop because more people have access. I mean, I get so many emails of people saying, why can't I buy these coins on centralized exchanges? Like the difficulty in getting access to some of these is part of the opportunity that's in front of you. And if you're willing to do the work, you'll have so many more opportunities than the masses of people that just wait for it to be handed to them. Yeah,
and especially if you're well diversified. You know, like lately we've been watching ACH do very well. We got to be careful with what we talk about. Because we can't talk about all these projects. But, you know, I'm working with certain dev teams to get on centralized exchanges. I'm making the introductions because the truth is what I'm doing right now in blockchain has gotten the attention of a lot of big exchanges. And so I'm putting those together. We're about to roll something out personally for preppers. And we're about to roll out a course, a very low price course, because we want people all around the world to take advantage of this and be part of the most decentralized system in the world, getting ready for some really hard times, like 10 years, 20 years from now. See, we don't want you set up for a pump next week. We want you set up for next year, 5 years from now, because that's when real wealth is made. You know, I didn't make all my wealth in XRP by buying millions of dollars worth of it last week. I did it by buying way less 7 years ago, 4 years ago. I've had business partners take advantage of me and you know, walk away with my portion of companies XRP thinking that they were slick, and they had no idea, even though I'm the one that set the entire company up, the XRP purchases up, the institutional trading accounts up. They thought they were real smart. They never known anything about XRP. They didn't know what I was doing behind the scenes. And this is what we want to set you up for. What are some things you've said? There's been some breakthroughs on X between subscribers that are upset and subscribers that are happy.
Yeah. I mean, it's been tremendous seeing a lot of the posts and comments. And one of the great things that I've seen is like if someone complains with you talk about on the channel all the time with like a broke mindset on the channel, there's so many of you guys that are subscribers on X that call them out. And like, obviously I'm not saying call them out in a mean way, but in a healthy way, an encouraging way, in a supportive way. Hey, like that's a broke mindset here. Maybe think about it differently. And I'm seeing that on these posts on X, which is incredible.
Yeah, I got to be honest with you. X has been really nice to me. The channel's blowing up. I love it. For all of you guys that are moving over there, and if you hit the bell notification there, and I say something like newsworthy, you get it like that. So go check that out. Hit the bell icon. My link's down below. But you'll also see who I'm following. I give out a lot of clues before I make an announcement.
Yeah. There's breadcrumbs. There's breadcrumbs everywhere.
Because we've got to set up breadcrumbs, because the truth is, and I've been saying this forever about shadow banning and all this kind of stuff, Ninja Nation is so massive, so large. This makes Wall Street Bets or any of those groups look like a joke, because these are smart people, educated people, and people that just want to make a difference in their own lives and the communities. This is a big worldwide movement. So we've got to be careful and plan out what I'm about to say or talk about, because it's going to get out of control really fast. And I want you to have plenty of time. But here's the problem. When it comes to crypto, if you don't know anything about this, and there's some staunch like gold and silver people that will never buy crypto. It blows me away, because they're not that bright. And this is, I'm going to insult some people right now, because they all experienced the exact same thing the day before they bought their first gold and silver coin, meaning they didn't know anything about gold and silver, its value versus fiat currencies and things like that. It's that whole, you don't know what you don't know until you know it. And this is that moment. I mean, you see all the emails. There are people that are like blown away, especially they blame their age. What else did they talk about?
Oh, they have irrational fears. Like I had one where someone was afraid of the tax implications of crypto. And so they backed out. And like,
can I say it real quick?
Say it.
Yeah, I need a refund. And because I've been trading stocks for like 20, 25 years, and this is a tax nightmare. I need to get out of this. And I sit there and I start laughing and I go, Dylan, does he even know what a wash trade is? Do you want to explain that?
Yeah, well, basically, like, obviously this isn't financial advice, but
none of this is financial advice.
But in crypto, you can say your position's down, you can sell it off at a loss, and it'll be recorded on the books there, and then you can buy it right back immediately. And so you maintain the same position minus some transaction fees, But you can, if you hold it, you can then write that loss off.
Yeah. So again, not financial advice. Go talk to your tax advisor.
Yeah.
But here's the deal: with stocks, when you sell at a loss, you can't repurchase it and count that loss as a loss for 30 days, right? And the IRS has not fixed that yet with crypto. So as of right now, that's the thing. As a matter of fact, there were some losses on my books in December that I should have done that, and I just blanked out.
Yeah, I did some.
Yeah. So the thing is that people just have no idea. They puff themselves out. I've been trading stocks for. I'm like, yeah, copy. I have too. I just it's like you just don't get it.
Well, and when something's hard, that's what I said before, there's opportunity there.
Yeah.
Right? If everything's easy and everyone can get access to it, the opportunity's gone. And so the people that are innovators and people that want to take risk and make wealth, they're looking elsewhere.
Yep. So here's the other thing too. There's a lot of people trying to guess what cryptos we're talking about. So
keep doing it. Keep trying to guess.
Yeah, keep trying to guess. You're not going to figure it out. And if you do, you're banned. That's a really cool thing because all my students know. Don't share it. You're banned.
Yeah, if you're a student.
If you're a student, we have a way of figuring out. We got an AI bot watching. It's really cool. Anyway, we're getting too far ahead of ourselves. My point being is that because we want to do this fair, and not a lot of people understand how this works. When you're good and you're fair and you try and help people, you actually are blessed and you succeed. There are a handful of thieves out there that steal and they get money. You know, you'll see them in the media. Like right now, Congress people are being are ousted right now. They have been stealing our tax money, right? They're running scared. We're about to see these revelations from Doge in the gold and all this kind of stuff. The sad thing is it's not going to really move the gold price the way you think when the revelation comes out, because the money changers still control the naked shorting on the exchanges, right? Well, there's one thing you can't really mess with. You can't naked short something on a DEX. Nobody thinks about that. Decentralized exchanges right now, they're not set up with that I know of. I've never seen any futures on them or any of that stuff.
Yeah, there might be some obscure ones out there, but that's not something we really dive into and teach. And
I should.
Yeah,
we should, because the thing is a lot of cryptos can get controlled on specific large exchanges around the world. We've seen that before. We've seen a handful of people, Justin, do things that are not cool on large exchanges, because there are people that become so powerful and control so much of it. They can dump it, and then on the backside on different exchange wallets be picking up the crash. Yeah, it's sad. Yeah, especially with stop losses. I watch that all the time.
Oh yeah. I mean, the key thing here is just understanding this stuff is out there and it's happening, it's going on. So you better understand the market. I mean, I say all the time, education is the most important thing when you're getting involved in this space. Like it's going to make or break you how educated you are and how much of the fundamentals and the dynamics of the market you understand.
Yeah. A lot of people, and they're coming from a nice spot. Hey guys, ignore the bots, ignore the FUD and stuff. I love to bring this stuff up, even if it is a bot. And the reason why is because I know people in my personal life, friends and family, that have that defeatist mindset. Oh, no, I'm not going to be able to make money in this because I've always lost. I'm like, well, yeah, but you just said it. You just created your own environment. And I got to tell you, I really highly suggest people go out, and I've done this before. What was it? The Ninja's $200 challenge. I did $100 for the course, and then we'll teach you in the links down below. Again, $200. You buy a course for $100, you take $100. And you start an exchange. I mean, I've even got exchange links in there that give you like $20 in free crypto or 20% back in your trading fees. There's those links I've set up with companies so that you get something out of it, right? Like, yes, I'm going to get something and you're going to get something, right? That's how we both get blessed. Well, just to start, and then a little bit more and a little bit more. And we've seen people where their lives are changed because they're learning how to take profits off. Yeah. That's huge.
It's massive. It's massive.
So anyway, with that being said, is there anything else you want to close on?
No. I mean, just get educated, right? Do your research, get educated. That's the most important thing, especially when markets are down. Like, that's not the time to just like bow out. It's the time to dive deeper and study more, because that's where you really make your money.
Yeah, and here, let's close on the Block V thing. Does anyone own Block V? Type Block V or VEE if you own it. I'm just curious how many people own it right here. I told you guys this when I came out and said, hey, I own this thing. And I tried to buy up as much of it as I could without running the price up. Now I look back and I could have bought more and kept, I should have. But I wanted to own a large position because I want a seat at the table with all these companies. So here's the thing. I told you, how much did I say I thought the market cap would be in a year? Do you remember?
I mean, it was,
I know it's a multi-billion dollar
multi-billion,
asset.
yeah. 20, 50x.
Yeah, and the only thing I'm going off on is the team that's building it. All right, just who runs the team. Oh, and just so you guys know, you don't know this too. So that came out Block V did their ICO, I want to say in 2018 when I was really super active. I didn't buy the ICO. There's certain projects we're going to come out with that have been around for a while that I've been buying for the last 7 years ever since the ICO. These are extremely small market caps. And I know there's amazing amounts of work, and they've been so silent. I'm not bringing you things that are brand new. There are a lot of people trying to sell you Pi. That's a total scam. Pi's been around for a long time. They rebranded it, put it out on the market. A bunch of AI bots are trying to sell it. You're going to see a lot of bag holders, totally fake websites and all this stuff. But Dylan and I are looking at projects that started back in 2020, between 2017 and 2020, and they always have an initial pump and dump, and then they've been running low, maybe a little bit of a pump during the last crypto craze. But we're looking at real tech, real businesses. Big difference from something that's hyped, right?
Yeah, yeah. With real use cases, or they're building utility in the coins. They're trying to solve a real market problem. Yeah. And those are going to be the projects that win in the long run.
Exactly. See, we're fundamental investors. There's a lot to say about technical analysis when you're looking at a short 1 week or 2 week swing trade, or maybe a day-to-day trade. But what makes wealth is fundamental analysis. Finding out like who owns this company. What is their experience prior to the company? How wealthy are they? How knowledgeable are they? You know, there's a big difference between a team that's super knowledgeable and a bunch of nerds that are awesome, but they have no skin in the game, between outside of a team that is run by wealthy people that have run multiple tech companies that hire the nerds to build this. People don't understand those simple fundamentals are the difference between the Apples and Amazons of the world and the total crap. And that's what we're finding. And Block V, there's something else you guys don't know. I'm in contact with all kinds of YouTubers that we float ideas out and let them, the really small channels, talk about it first. And we want to see market sentiment. We want to read the comments. We wait to see volume. There's all these things. And there are a lot of people that go, oh, you're late to the game. There's already been a pump. And I'm like, you have no clue what we're doing.
Yeah. Yeah. There's things that go on behind the scenes that like you don't know. Yeah. Which is a good thing.
I don't give a crap about an initial 100% pump on a 40 or $50 million market cap, or even $100 million market cap. I'd rather watch that pump, watch the community sentiment. We got AI looking at certain things about different algorithms on different social media platforms. We're reading comments. We're seeing how many of them are bots as opposed to how many of them are real. I'm literally giving you the gold right now, how we're researching. And then its pump goes up. We wait for it to drop. We start to buy up. Then we see how much of our buy affects the price. Then we wait for that to come back down. And then we talk to our students about it. And you're not going to know about it for a long, long time, to where I'm going to let all these other YouTubers talk about it. We've got a list of channels that we're constantly watching and monitoring. They don't even know what we're doing. I even know of YouTube channels where at some of our students that are being banned right now as we speak, that go out there and they're trying to front run these trades because they're small thinkers. They're small. They shouldn't even be in our courses, but that's how it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're going to do the total opposite of pump and dump schemes and all that crap that I hate, to be honest with you.
Yeah, no, that's the worst. It's a plague to the industry.
And with that being said, if you're my student, I want you to take profits. We can't. We're here for the long haul. Take it. We're rich enough. We can take that. Seriously, I'm not joking. Like I did that with ACH actually. I did an announcement. Hey guys, I'd take profits here. I'll do it like in 24 hours. The price literally came down 30% off the top. I sold a certain position. This was a long time ago. This was before I tripled my position. You know, when I'm teaching people how to take profits, I took that hit. I don't care. And then I announced that I tripled my position right as it was coming back down. And people were like, say a video, say it. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm an investor. And I invest in weak times, not strong times. You know, you were talking about some big YouTubers